Hi, this is Felipe Flores from Data Futurology, and today I'm sitting down with Sandra and Jeremy from Amperfii. They've got an exciting new product that they're going to be sharing with us. Guys, please take it away.
Great. Thanks, Felipe. Thank you for having us. We're really excited for this opportunity to showcase the Amperfii platform to you and your listeners. So what are we about? Well, if you're a data leader and you're looking for innovative ways to engage with your stakeholders and demonstrate the value of your work, then Amperfii is here to help. As you know, I've worked in the data and analytics industry for over 25 years. Most of that time I've been in leadership roles managing data analytics teams. So over those years, I've found that 100% of my roles, I've needed to provide my direct leader and our stakeholders with regular updates on our program of work. One of the challenges I've consistently experienced was how to showcase the great work we're doing, while in the background I've got stakeholders nagging me about when is their work going to be coming through, why is it taking so long? I never felt like I managed to get everyone aligned on priorities, and I was constantly having to justify the value of our team and then manage the stakeholder expectations about when work was going to come. This has caused me significant pain, and I know I'm not the only one. And over the years, I've tried to address these challenges, but I've never, ever found a tool or a process that has made this problem easier for me to deal with. Tell me, Felipe, please tell me you share my pain.
100%. Yes, as you're describing that, I was nodding profusely. The pain just resonates deeply. And I think it's something that so many of us are looking for better ways to do that, to engage our stakeholders, to get alignment, to show the value of the great work that the team does. So I'm very excited about this.
Yeah. Well, there is a much better way to address these challenges. So I think Jeremy now should come and tell us about how Amperfii helps.
Thanks, Sandra. So let's dive right in. And look, what is Amperfii all about? We are about helping you build better business engagement with your teams and your data program. And I thought I'd summarize quickly how do we do that? Number one, it starts with a foundation of visibility. Instead of fragmented information, lacking context from all these different tools, Amperfii really helps pull together visibility of your program in a way that is business friendly and full of the right context. It'll actually enable you to reduce the amount of ongoing time and effort you constantly have to spend preparing stakeholder comms on what's going on in your program. And then building on that foundation, it will help you bring strong alignment with your stakeholders on priorities. Will help you steer those stakeholder prioritization conversations away from that classic everything is urgent, we need it all now, towards working together on clarifying what the business really needs and what its value is, so that those conversations can be more constructive and your teams have a real confidence about where to focus. And really all of that will be wrapped in this package that will foster cross-team collaboration and help you to break down silos so that ultimately your business can achieve greater benefit from data-driven initiatives. So with all that in mind, let's dive in and have a look at how the product helps. And I'm actually going to log in, and here we go. I'm looking. Oh, good morning, Jeremy. I'm having a look at Acme's customer analytics workspace. And here's where we're going to find the program of work for customer analytics at our fictional company, Acme. And what I'm going to show you is how we can very quickly turn what might appear to be an opaque list of priorities into one that we can use to facilitate insightful conversations with our stakeholders. So here we are. Let's have a look. And I've got my list of priorities. And all this at the moment really tells me is that I've got a lot of work to do. And that's no surprise to me. This is my life as a data leader. How are we going to make head or tail of this? Well, the first thing we can do is I can segment it by business units and by business, and order it by business value. So now all of a sudden I'm looking at the work in terms of who we're doing it for, which areas of the business are we servicing? Where's the balance between the service we're giving to the different business units? But we can do a lot better than that. So I'm going to actually dive in and look at this in terms of work stream. And what is a work stream? This is just something that we've set up. So I've set up 3 work streams: 1, operational and ad hoc requests; 2, business enablement initiatives; and then 3, data capability uplift initiatives. And by segmenting the work this way, it helps me to look at it and classify and see, okay, I've got a lot of tactical work going on to respond to the business and to solve challenges today. I've also got a group of initiatives that will help to enable future value for the business. And then I've got things that will actually help lift the business maturity and using data and leveraging it. And this helps me to sort of look at things and go, am I doing too much tactical work and not being able to focus on the uplift? Or, we're really churning on that and not able to actually help with the more strategic business initiatives. This will help bring us that picture. I can even create a segmentation on business objectives, because we might have some key pillars of the business that are really driving prioritization everywhere else. We can make it so that those things are highly visible to help drive our grouping and prioritization of it. But honestly, I still think that's not quite enough. We need more context around why these things are even on the list and why we're saying that they have some of them have high value or low value. And so what we've got this concept of value drivers. And so if I bring in that value driver concept, you can see here I've set up strategic alignment, revenue growth, and customer engagement as some of the drivers that contribute to an overall rating of value. And, what are value drivers? Think about them from your business context, right? They're the things that drive your business forward. They're the things that your customers care about. They might just be your KPIs. And we've made it so that you can flexibly set those up however you want. I'm going to dive into one of these opportunities and have a look at it. And we can see here that we're saying that for this creation of a single customer view proof of concept, we want that to be able to drive, more relevant cross-sell offers to our customers, increasing their engagement, ultimately resulting in a revenue benefit. And yeah, you can go in and you can set up whatever value drivers you want, and use those to help you determine with your business what's most valuable. And of course, you wouldn't do this without your business stakeholders in the conversation. So, you can get them into the conversation, you can invite them in, you can tag them and get them to add their own thoughts on it. And you can keep sort of the context of what it is and the relevant information in the business case with their feedback so that you can kind of keep track of the conversation. And so really, if we sort of take a step back, right, what all of this really allows us to do is to drive that alignment conversation. And so we've got this value mapping tool that takes all that input and just magically puts it up on a 2x2 that your business stakeholders will hopefully find very intuitive. We've got business value versus effort. And this will help us to drive, like the conversation about the more strategic, high value, high effort items, the quick wins where you've got high value but very low effort. And you can actually drill in and see what the drivers at any given point. You can open and close the opportunities to get more context. But then you've even got the items that are, that we thought were so important, and you look at it and you go, actually, the value's low, but the effort's high. You can ask the question, should we even be focusing on this? And really, we're helping to drive 2 things here. We're helping to get that alignment on why these things are the priorities, and then to drive better decision making about where we are and are not focusing, because everyone knows you can't focus on everything. And really, through this part of the conversation, this then enables you to put it all on a bit of a roadmap. And so here, I'm just going to hide the backlog. You can see a plan on a page. Again, not that useful in this form, but suddenly we can divide it up by swim lane by the business units and see where people can expect the work to happen or when. But I think one of the ones that I found quite powerful is actually being able to divide it by the different work streams. So we can see all these tactical requests and business enablement initiatives are forcing us to push out the data capability uplift work. And, something like implementing reporting self-service will actually reduce the operational load. So if we can bring that forward and find a way to fit that in, it could really help us to, we will obviously have to do a bit of replanning around it, but it will help reduce the ongoing load going forward. So, it's all conversation facilitator. So hopefully this makes it easy to have that conversation that you're already trying to have anyway, with the business. So from there, really, where does the tool go? This is everything that you just saw is sort of wrapped in a way that you can package it for visibility for your business. So you can invite them in. You can get them as many of them as you want into the tool in a read-only way or with comment access, or if they're more actively engaged, even give them an editor account so that they can work with you on your priorities. And if I step out a bit, you can sort of see it at a summary level, right? You can see what's coming next. You can see what are the highest value opportunities we have on our plate. You can even see what's critical. And I can step up further. And, you can see here, right? We've got the Acme workspace here, but then you've got all these other workspaces. So you can have multiple teams operating together in the one account where they're not stepping on each other's toes. It's sort of got that scale built in. So when it comes down to it, in a bit of a summary, if you like, Amperfii it's a powerful tool set to help you facilitate alignment on value and priority. It's visibility that is very accessible for your stakeholders, and it's all packaged in this collaborative environment that's designed to support you in breaking down those silos and getting people working cross-team really closely together. So I guess for all the listeners and viewers out there, find out more at www.amperfii.com or reach out to Sandra for your very own personalized demo. So Felipe, first time you've seen the product, would love your thoughts or any questions you might have.
Mate, it's so impressive. It really, I love the focus, the flexibility, how intuitive it is, and the different views that you get that you can share across the organization, social features, and the fact that you can flexibly add the ways that you determine the business value. And so I thought that is really impressive. And exactly as you said, like I can see how it reduces the overhead for stakeholder engagement, communication, and gets alignment by simplifying the preparation required for conversations. So the fact that you can essentially slice and dice kind of the data about the work. You can slice and dice it in a way that you're showing what a particular stakeholder is interested in, and then be able to move timelines, dependencies around, and show the rest of the work that the team is doing. I think they're all critical points that the analytics teams very often struggle to provide the full picture of the workload to stakeholders when a particular stakeholder is one of several people that are being, or areas that are being supported. So I think that is phenomenal. So in terms of visibility and business context, I think big tick, and the decrease in time for preparing on communications and getting alignment, I think it's great. I can definitely see big improvements on the confidence that the team has in terms of working on the right things and being clear across the organization that those are the right things to be working and everyone is aligned. And then collaboration in terms of the work being prioritized, the value being placed, but then additionally the social features, that is awesome. So mate, I'm very, very impressed. I love what you guys have done with the platform. And what do you see as the I guess my question is, how can people get started? How can they? What do you see as the steps and or any barriers for to trial it, to adopt it? How do you see that part going?
Yeah, look, there's actually some interesting perceived barriers. One of the questions that comes up is, like, how is this different from Jira, or is this sort of duplicate handling and things like that? And the interesting thing is it's actually very simple to get started, right? Because I think when you look at Jira is a really fantastic tool for managing delivery and breaking tasks down. We're not at that level at all. We're at this level of the value that a business wants to see. What's the business initiatives that we're doing that are adding value, and so the thing we found is that every customer is spending the time operating at that level. It's just being done in spreadsheets and PowerPoints, and it's constant rework in supporting conversations, right? Because the plan keeps changing, right? So we found that it's actually very easy to get started, because you can sort of use it as not even as an alternative. You could use it in a way where you use it and then export to your existing tools like PowerPoint. The visuals and things, the rich visuals are all, you can download a JPEG and throw that into PowerPoint. So you can kind of stay in your existing workflows. Where we find that there is some careful thought is how you want to segment your work, which is probably a question you have today anyway. What's the best way to show this work to my stakeholders? Is it by business unit? Is it by work stream, or by objective, or by the type of work we're doing? There's many different ways you could slice and dice it. And it's something that with the tool you can actually do experimentally. So you can start small, start with one team, and then build it up and spread it out as you gain in confidence with your business using it.
Yeah, that's really good. So Sandra, Jeremy, thank you so much for walking us through this today. And I'm very, very keen for people to reach out and learn more and get a personalized demo from Sandra, which is amazing. Thank you so much.